Okay, apologize for the technical difficulty there. I'm just going to pick up from the last video where I left off. We were just talking about the prime polynomial here, this a squared plus 2a plus 10, because we can't factor it with what we know right now. And I had one more problem I wanted to do in that last video, so we'll do that real quick. Now we want to factor a polynomial here that would be 2x to the fourth minus 26x cubed plus 84x squared. Now we look at this, the first thing we should always do is factor out a common factor whenever we can, and here we can do that. We can factor out a 2x squared. So we have 2x squared times x squared. Now we know this is minus 13x plus 42. Okay, so we factored 2x squared out. And now if we look at this, now we have a polynomial we can work with a little better. We need to look at 42 here. And we know we need to have a sum of negative 13. But we need to have a product of 42. Okay, so we look at this and we think, okay, what will multiply together to give us 42, but we add together give us negative 13? Well, we have to remember some of our properties here and know that a negative times a negative is a positive. So if we have negative positive here, we know the two factors of our 42 are going to be negative because they have to add up to a negative number. So if we looked at 42 and products of 42, well, we do 1 times 42, 2 times 21, 3 times 14, we can't do 4, can't do 5, 6 times 7, and we're back to 7 times 6, and so on. So this would be negative, 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 negative. So if we add them up, this would be negative 43, this would be negative 23, this would be negative 17, this would be negative 13. Well, that's what we want. We want two numbers whose sum is negative 13, but whose product is 42, and that's negative 7 and negative 6. So now we can rewrite this. Don't forget we have our 2x squared, our original factor term out, multiplied by, remember we're looking at negative 6 and negative 7 here when we think about this. So we would have x minus 6 and x minus 7. Okay, so this is how we factor polynomial here. We can factor out the greatest common factor first if we have a situation like this, because we would like to look for places where we can get that coefficient of our leading term to 1. It makes it a little bit easier for us to do that. I think this will do it for this video. The next one we're going to look where we have not necessarily a coefficient of 1, where we may have a different coefficient. Like this polynomial, we could take this greatest common factor out and give us a leading term or leading coefficient of 1. But what if we can't? That's what we'll look at in the next video, what happens when we have polynomials in the form of, what we'll do now is look at ax squared plus bx plus c. So we'll see you next video. Hope you have a good day.